I'd be used to you popping up into the most unexpected of places. But I must admit, you've become rather predictable, unfortunately. I sure did. You know, it was bound to happen eventually. Well, a little birdie passed on the message that recently you became aware of where I reside. I'm still attempting to figure out who told you. I'll have to deal with them on another day. But for now, upon hearing that information, I did the only logical thing, and I prepared, just in case you decided to do the predictable thing. I must say, I'm slightly disappointed. You used to be so good at keeping me on my toes. And suddenly, it's like you're a mouse falling for the bait that is so obviously attached to a trap. Yes, I think it's rather pitiful. Really. Don't be daft. Well, even though you are becoming more predictable, I also know not to underestimate you. I knew you'd try to be sneaky in one way or another. But the mistake wasn't in the plan. It was that the plan existed. You should have known better to step foot into my place of residence. You know, out of all the things I do, I don't think I've ever violated your privacy. Really? You are so... What are you, really? I don't know whether to insult you or, well, insult you, but in a way that sounds complimentary. Truly, you have outdone yourself this time. You thought that perhaps you had some sort of right to my place of residence because because you think I'm the bad guy. Is that what it is? It's a rather pitiful excuse, really. Well... No, nothing. Nothing. I'm not laughing at your current predicament or anything. I don't think it's rather comical or anything. That would be mean, wouldn't it? To laugh at the fact that you are... You're trapped. You are hopelessly trapped. No, I would never laugh at that. I would never. It's too serious of a topic, isn't it? Why, yes, I am very, very pleased with myself. Of course I am. You are so used to having the upper hand. And every once in a while, you need to be knocked off of your high horse. And I think, well, I think I did a pretty good job at it this time. I'm not going to be doing that, you know. That would be naive and stupid. I've also learned that explaining one's plan is also naive and stupid. If you ask me so nicely, I am still not going to tell you what my plan is. Seriously. It's a classic blunder, isn't it? The villain thinks they've finally gotten away with it, so right before they dispose, per se, of the hero once and for all, they decide to go on this massive monologue, all about their life story, what brought them to this point, why are they doing this, and worst of all, what they're doing. And then, every time, the hero gets out, and then they have a little cheat sheet to what the villain's next moves are. And I am just, unfortunately for you, not that stupid. Mm-hmm. Well, now I fear that you're the one sounding a little naive and perhaps a little stupid. You ask me if you being caught is not a part of my plan. Then why catch you? Would you like a moment of silence to figure that one out yourself? Because it's rather easy. Or are you a little bit flustered still? From the trap springing on you, I'd assume? What else would have flustered you? Seriously. You are just all out of sorts. Completely off your game tonight. You should have taken the time off. Seriously. Everybody needs a break after all. Even heroes. I suppose I'm doing you a favor then. If you're trapped, you have no choice but to rest. To kick up your feet and act like you have nothing else better to do than to stay right where you are. Isn't that right? You know me too well. Truly, it is so comforting to have someone who just gets me. Well, at least at the end of the day, I'd hope you would be. You're going to be there for quite a long time. I mean, if I had it my way. As I said, it is so comforting to have someone who just gets you. You're right. If I had it my way, you would never leave. But then again, that would be putting such good talent to such waste, wouldn't it? I must give it to you. You're good at what you do. You are. For the most part. Most of the time. When you're using your brain, after all. Rather than attempting to be an opportunist. You know, I have a feeling you didn't think of something very well. It's just, I have a feeling. Did you inquire much about the information that you received regarding my location? Or did you get so excited at the prospect of finally getting this close that you failed to realize how too perfect it was? I'm telling you, you're not the only smart one around here. You underestimated me, and that's on you, darling. Now, what was that? What am I thinking about? That's a good question. What do you think I'm thinking about? Go on. Guess.